these are these are Ella's special woo-woo things that I've done in my life previously and still do to this day, which I'm pretty sure take an effect on my life. So let's get right into it. So I meditate every single morning. Now this is a new one actually. I only started meditating, I remember it was August last year, so not even a year yet. But I literally sit against the wall. I can't do it without the wall, because I don't know how anyone can sit there like with their serious back problems, so I can't do that. Anyway, I sit against the wall with my fingers like this. Apparently this like gets the energy in your hands. I don't know. But it clearly works, because I sit there and I use a guided meditation, and I literally enter a state of mind of like pure peace. Pure, is tranquility the word? I'm not too sure, but pure peace. My mind literally, the first 5 minutes can be a little bit tricky, especially when I was first starting. You're sort of thinking about whatever you're thinking about, what you've got to do, things you've got to complete, what you're worried about. But as soon as you've sort of got through that, you'll just enter this like, it's like this, you dive, you dive into the peace. Just like, you start visualising what you want for yourself, you start thinking clearly, you start thinking of new ideas. But I always do guided meditation. I do it for about 10 minutes. When I was first practicing it, I was doing it for 20 minutes, but I always just found it too long. I never really enjoyed doing 20 minutes unless I really felt like I needed it. Because some days you'll be like, do you know what, I really need it. I really need it. My body needs it. Apart from that, every morning 10 minutes. If I'm running late, 5 minutes. There's no excuses. So yeah, it just makes you feel good. It's a non-negotiable for me every single day. Second of all, journaling. So I've got 2 journal books that I use at the moment. I've got this one. One of my besties, Ellie, she got me this, and I was so happy. What a thoughtful present. So every day you get, every morning, so I always do it after my meditation, personally. Hold on, let me get a clear page. So, oh fuck, it's mirrored. Right, I'm grateful for 3 things you're grateful for. How am I going to make today great? Yeah, positive affirmation. And then it gives you a quote. So this one, it says, don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. Great quote. And then basically what you do, so you've already set yourself up for a good morning. Then you come back in the evening when you're winding down. That's what I do when I'm winding down. My good deed today. What I learned today. I always struggle with the good deed today. I'm like, what? Like, sometimes I put something stupid like, I said thank you. You know, you can't, like, you know, you've just had a standard day, like, you didn't really do anything, like, super life-changing, so I literally will just say, like, I said thank you. I know that is pretty shit, but got to write something. What I learned today, great things I experienced today. That one's bloody easy, because when you're grateful for things in your life, you realise that you've actually got a lot of things to be grateful for, and everything that you're experiencing is great in its own way, so, yes. Then I've got a little black journal that I don't do every evening. Do you know what? I tend to use that most when I'm feeling a little bit down, which isn't really the way to go. You should also be doing it when you're feeling up. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I remember journaling when I was in this specific house, when I was in year 7. So I don't know what age I was. 12? I always think for me when I say 12, but I'm not going to say it. I've still got a few of the notebooks from then, but anyway, these journals are just like full of my life, like what I want for my life, what I'm looking forward to, my feelings, like what I've experienced in the past. It's a really good way to get through things as well. I would really recommend journaling. I feel like it really, I don't know, especially if you've got a bit of a loud mind, sometimes you need to write things down. Or if you ever thought of something that's a little bit like, in your head it feels really overpowering, and then as soon as you write about it, you're like, oh, it's actually not that deep. Because everything is actually never that deep. It's just easy to get cluttered up in your mind. Anyway, woo-woo is music. I have always visualised stuff that I want through music all the time. You know when music makes you feel... Some people are not going to get this, so watch if you please. Watch if you please. Me personally, music honestly makes me feel a certain type of way, especially if it's the music that I obviously really love. You know when you feel like good energy and you get like you feel like a high frequency. A lot of the time, house music makes me feel it a lot of the time. It gives me this feeling when I love it so much, and it's like it just feels like a high frequency, and as soon as I get that feeling, it's like I naturally just visualize what my life's going to look like, what my life already looks like, and what I'm looking forward to, and just everything I want for myself. And because you're already up in this high frequency when you're listening to this music, and then you're visualizing everything, you're just in this buzz of just, me personally, I feel like it's like it goes hand in hand, and it's like I know it's doing something for me. So I don't know if anyone else experiences it, I'm sure they do, but it's hard to explain. But yeah, I mainly get it with house music. It's good for the soul. Fast woo woo isn't really woo woo, it's just eating healthy and working out, because it makes you more confident, your posture's better, you just go about your day better. So I'm not going to get into that one, but that is just another thing that is a non-negotiable. But conclusion, because we're doing conclusions now, my most woo woo of them all is when I listen to music and I get this like high frequency. The only way I can describe it is like, it's like a shiver, but it's not like someone's walked over my grave type of shiver, or like I'm a cold shiver. It's like it's so hard to explain. It's just a shiver, okay? It's like a shiver all up my body. And it's like I know when I'm going to get it as well, and then I just like time it. And then I'm just convinced that it's genuinely like a high frequency, and it's helping me in my life. So thanks for watching. Bye.